him alone. Or you see a couple chatting at the back and you don't like it, but you think in 1 minute that will stop. You just let it go. Don't have a fight about everything. Choose your battles. Give them time to do things. Also, non-verbal cues. So you're walking along, you're chatting, you're telling them whatever, and this one's messing about with something, and you just do that and carry on. You don't even say a word. You just carry on, and that kid does whatever it is. You don't always have to speak to them. You don't always have to address it. Give them time to do what you say, because sometimes they're dead cheeky, aren't the kids? And you might say to them, go and put that in the bin, empty your mouth. And because they don't want to lose face, they will do as they're told, but they might do it that little bit slowly just to show they've still got a bit of power. Let them get on with it. Let them give them a bit of time sometimes to do that. You know, they're adolescents. From certain circumstances, never walk away. So if at the end of a lesson somebody's not done what you want them to, it gives you that uncomfortable feeling in your stomach that this kid's treating you with disrespect, never ever tell yourself, oh, I'll leave it till the next lesson, I'll leave it till tomorrow. Do it, sort it out, always sort it out. And for some circumstances, always walk away. If they're having a bit of an argument in the playground, don't get yourself involved. Let them be the kids and let them do certain things. Always be explicit about consequences and never threaten a child with something you aren't going to do. And they'll say, if you ask any kid tomorrow, Mrs. Hudson say, if she says she's going to do it, what's going to happen? They'll always say she's going to do it. Never ever give that word. If you're going to do it, do it. You say it. And in the end, the biggest thing is saying to the kids, I am in control and you are safe because I am. And they love that message. They won't tell you they love it. Last thing, I'm just going to say this. I know I'm going on a long time, but it's because I had a better presentation of this. But broken record syndrome, if you say certain things over and over and over again, it's very powerful. If we all say those certain things over and over again, it's a winner. Okay, so it's I, not you. Okay, you might want to say to a child, you might not like something they're doing, but instead of saying you're doing that and you're getting on my nerves, you say I would prefer that if you do this, or I'm expecting that, or I'm waiting for you to do blah blah blah. Bring it back to yourself. Don't point the finger at me. You're not always brilliant at that. If then is brilliant. If you do that, then I will do this. If you carry on doing work like that, I am going to ring your mum and tell her how great you are. If you do that, I am going to put you through the door. You know what I mean? But just make it very clear, if you do this, and that gives them a choice then. Always talk about the culture, the norms, the values, the beliefs. Always say, this is MCA, we don't do that here. I don't know why, but it's like a magic formula. This is MCA, we don't do that here. This is MCA, we don't do this here. I don't know why, somehow it gives them this bigger context that they've got to fight. This is what we do here, this is not what we do here. And another thing that works like magic is, next time I see you, I want to be smiling all over my face. Next time I see you, I want you to be showing me a great piece of work. Create an emotional tag with them as well. Use emotional language every now and then. Don't go overboard with this and think you're a nutter. But if you say things like, I can see you're really trying. This is a good one, and I use it all the time. You and I have got a really good relationship. I can't believe you're behaving like this. And they think, you don't even know your name when you say that, but they believe it suddenly you've got a great relationship with them. And use those things. From the heart, I want you to go and apologise to Mr. Stretcherbody from the heart. Not just out your mouth, from the heart I want you to go and do it. Talk about feelings and ask them about their feelings. The pastoral staff know this off by heart, but I'll say something like, I can see you're upset about this, and they will always start crying, won't they? As soon as you say, I can see you're upset about this now, boom, they burst into tears. Now, it's not something you're going for, but if you want to try and get something more out of them, they will respond to you, talking about their emotions and tagging them in. And the rules say, and always, always insist they look at you in the face. Look at me, look in my face, I'm speaking to you. Because otherwise you'll get all that business, won't you? Or even the worst thing I've seen in our old school, Lauren will tell you because she was a student at it, the kids, while you were talking, would walk past you like they were on some kind of magic moving staircase or something. You'd be there talking and they'd be up there, gone. And so you'd have to say, excuse me, you come back and buy that time you lost, because they just go. But here we don't have that. Stand still, look at me, look at my face kids when I'm speaking to you, and they do, like magic. Now, we've got to practice that a lot because we've all got to do, watch the other staff and you'll notice that they're doing it. Now, I'm not going to say very much more, but this is for everybody in this room. Be present. In other words, if you think you're going to have a cup of tea at break and there's more important things to do with the kids, or the kids, it's a bit of a rainy day and we're a bit short and it's, hey lads, don't go for your cup of tea. Come out and help us out with duty. You know, we're all on duty all the time. We have set duties, but just do it. Come in the morning, come at night, stand at the front desk with us, do whatever you want, but be present. Let those kids see your face around the school. Take appropriate action. If a child does something to me and you walk past and you hear a kid be cheeky to me, intervene and you tell that kid off. Don't think, oh, she's the vice principal. Tell them off for me. And if I see them being cheeky to you, or I come into your lesson and they're being rude to you, I will tell them off. Because they get a sense then that it's, hey lads, hey, and we're all in it together. And it's not, I'm in charge and you're undermining me. It's, we're a family and we're sticking together. And if they speak to you like that, you might as well have spoken to me like that. And I will say, if you're speaking to Sir like that, you might as well have spoken to me like that. Let's stick together. Because then they think, whoa, better not take her on, because I'll be taking all these on. Okay? This is the most important, crucial thing. Submit. If a child does something wrong, submit a full Sims report every time, because we use it to run the school. The data system is really important. So you would write on it, kid, it's dead easy to fill in, and your head of house or your area leader will show you how to fill it in. But never not fill one in. That makes sense. Always fill one in. If you fill that in, you will tell us what the child has done and what you have done about it, okay? And then when we read it, which is every single day, every night I read all the Sims when I get home. That's how sad it all is. But when I read that, if I think, yes, the child has done that, yes, you have done that about it, but two, I'm fuming that that child thinks they could have shouted at you or walked out of the classroom. If it's serious, then the next day we will intervene. So when the kid comes through, they'll get another sanction. Or even our behaviour team is so good, they'll pick them up on the same day. So if you put it in on the morning, that kid will be picked up in the afternoon and put into study clubs. So we will put an extra layer of support, okay? Now if we look at it and the kid has done quite a mild thing, dropped his pencil on the floor and then fallen off his chair, getting it, and you put that on Sims and you did this, that and the other about it, we'll just leave that and say, great, well done, you dealt with that. But it still generates this data and intelligence on which children are the problem. Because surely if there being a problem for you, there'll be a problem for you and a problem for you as well. And that helps us deal with that child properly and get the parents in quickly. Alright, so it's really important. And if you want to, you can also email their progress leader and say, I've been concerned, because then if the progress leader gets 10 reports, they know there's a problem with that child and they will intervene. And that's what works, is layer on layer of intervention. Okay, I could tell you so much more about what that intervention looks like, who does what, but I won't bother you with it because you'll learn that yourself. But when I send you something, it will have the responsibilities of teachers and TAs, the progress leaders, the area leaders, the heads of house, the behaviour support team, and the big are the children behaviour intervention group, okay? And if anybody's fascinated about behaviour, if you want to come, and I'll show you this year's targets for behaviour and outcomes that we're hoping to achieve. And if you want, I'll show you last year's as well, okay? But that's if you really into behaviour and you want to develop that way yourself. Now, I think I've said everything you need to know just to get you started, but don't worry, because the minute anything happens, tell the child, I'm going to put you on Sims, they know what that means. Do whatever you want to do with them, put them in study plus or whatever. Your team will tell you all the sanctions. But do it every time you say it, and then you'll see what happens next. We will intervene and we will support you. But if I can just take you back from all the kind of nitty-gritty minutiae of what you do when somebody does something, and just remind you of what I said right at the beginning. Life for a lot of children in this area is difficult. Life for a lot of children in their own circumstances is complex, and they're having to build up a set of skills that probably you and I didn't have to build up, of resilience, which helps them negotiate and navigate their way to success. You are an absolutely crucial piece of their story. It could be you that makes the difference between them failing and having no life, between them being a world changer. Who knows who they are going to be? I'm going to finish with one story. I'm going to leave it. You can ask me any questions you want. First year we opened the doors, they came in, we only had 1 year group, 180-ish of them. And we were dead scared. I was terrified, I'll be honest with you, because I was really frightened about being able to pronounce the names. And I'd spent ages looking at the names and thinking, is that how you say it? Is that how you say it? Do you know what I mean? Because I taught in a white working class area and everybody was called certain things, but their names were very complicated. I got myself in a state about that. Anyway, they all came in and they were gorgeous, and they were what they were. But one boy had come to us and he had been permanently excluded from St Chad's here, Catholic primary school, and he'd been permanently excluded, so he'd been very, very naughty in the school. And he was coming here, and this was his re-entry into education itself, and he was only 11. And this is an absolutely true story. He came to school, and from day one he was an absolute utter pain in the neck. He was naughty, he was defiant, he wouldn't do his work, he was arrogant, he was threatening other kids, he was always in trouble, he was always at the back of a crowd when there was trouble. And I thought, I'll have to get his mum in. Brought his mum in, and they live in Cheetham Hill. And his mum is an Asian lady, and she was older when she had him, and she was worn out with him. She was absolutely worn out with him. She came with a translator, and I was speaking through this translator, and he was sitting there looking very glum. And to be honest, if you ask me honestly, I was thinking, this isn't going to work out. He's been permanently excluded. He's not going to last very long here because his behaviour was so bad. And I told his mother, I gave her all this, and she sat there, she looked very, very tired and very defeated, and she wasn't very well, and she listened to the whole tale of woe. And then she said to me, when I was expecting him, when I was pregnant with him, I had a dream, and he's sitting, he's listening to all this. And she said, I had this dream, and the dream was that he would grow up and he would be a really, she said, I knew I was going to have a boy, she dreamt she was going to have a boy, and he was going to be a really honourable, use the word honourable young man, and he was going to be really successful. And then she went, and I'll never forget this as long as I live, she just looked at him and she just went, as if to say, and look so much for that dream, so much for him, you know. And he just turned round, honestly, leaned forward, got hold of her hand, and he said to her in English, I'm not big yet, mummy. And that's what he said to her. In other words, I'd be crying now. But what he was saying is, and it was a real lesson for me, because what he was saying is, I'm not a done deal yet, I'm not a finished article yet. They're only kids, they're only 11. And adolescence is the most complex time in their life, is it not? And it really made me think, and I came away and I thought to myself, we have got to be able to capture these years in their life and get the very best from them. I gave him another chance, and honestly, I'll be honest with you, I was ready for parking him off. If I tell you, if I wish I had him here to show you, because he's just left now, and he's left with a string of GCSEs at grade A's and B's. He's going to be a doctor. He's been already headhunted by a consultant surgeon to go to Aldringham Boys Grammar, and this bloke has promised to get him in. Now, he was permanently excluded from primary school. He was a write-off as far as primary school, as far as his mum was concerned. Now he's on the road. That was people like you that made the difference. It wasn't just this school's behaviour policy, it was individual people in his life who made it work. And it was the one thing when he said that, I'm not big yet. And we're in their lives at the stage where they are not big yet. And it's up to us to make that really, really count. Okay, so I'm talking behaviour, but I want to remind you about the ethos of this school. If this is what you want, you're going to be dead happy, because it's a school that invests deeply into the development of the kids, but doesn't take any excuses for bad behaviour or poor progress. Okay, thank you. Do you want to ask me anything? Are you sure? You can ask me anything you want as the days unfold, yeah?
Yeah, I just had a wonder what happens when supply teachers come in. How's that one?
Well, it's interesting you should say that. We tend not to have a lot of supply. We've just taken the supply on in maths. Is he here? Is Gary here? No. We've just taken supply on in maths actually, but we very rarely use supply, and when we do, they tend to be coming because we've got something up for a long time, so they come for quite a period of time. But you've seen how the learning bases are, right? Yeah. So it's like a tag team, it's like 12 people in that room, and suppliers are supported in that context. So just like you will be yourself, when you get into the room and there's 12 of you, and you're in a great big base like that with pockets of whatever's going on, there is that sense of team rather than I'm here in the door with the door shut. But in terms of inducting supply teachers, when we do get them, we'll talk to them like I'm talking to you now. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Anybody else? Do you want to ask anything? Lauren, do you? You okay, embarrassed? Anybody? No. Right, listen then. You're going to ask something else now, aren't you?
Yeah, it was just about Vivos.
Right, yeah.
Is it going to be a school-wide policy?
It is, that's a good point actually. We have Vivos, which are reward systems, reward points I should say, and we only set Vivos up last year. So have you all got a Vivo account? Yes. Well basically give Vivos for anything you want and give them out. You know, use all your allowance every week because we have a competition as well to see which staff. The maths department are the best department at giving Vivos out. So, and there's certain individuals that are wonderful because they always give 100%, but always give them out basically, that's the policy. Make sure you spend your entire account every week. And if you don't, ask yourself why you don't, because there's always somebody doing something brilliant, always, just keeping your eyes open. But give your Vivos out. Anything else? We do lots of sanctions. We're dead good at sanctions. We're not always as good at rewards, to be honest with you. Yeah? Anything? No? Right then. I'll go back. Are you sure now before I start? I am downstairs on the next floor in the offices under here. If you get stuck, come and see me. And if you want, email me. It's not just me, there's loads of us, you know, there's loads of people that are around to help you, your area leaders, your team, your colleagues in your team, your heads of house. But the senior leadership team don't sit behind closed doors in the school. So any one of us, and I am behaviour. Then Colin Phillips is the behaviour manager. You've not met him yet. Is he in yet? Tomorrow, you'll meet him tomorrow. You'll know as soon as you see him. He's got a big personality. He's all over the place. Okay. So, and we've got a great behaviour team as well. But you'll meet them. I won't go on about that. But please don't feel nervous about asking.